You know that nagging, deep ache you get at the base of your skull after you've been scrolling on your phone? Yeah, that one. If that sounds familiar, you are in exactly the right place. Today, we're not just going to talk about text neck, we're going to give you a super clear plan to actually fix it, starting right now.
Okay, let's kick this off with a quote from our source that I think just hits so hard. This pain didn't come from some big dramatic injury, right? No, it came from thousands and thousands of tiny little moments that seem totally harmless, just looking down at a screen.
So, here's the most important idea we're going to cover today. Your neck is not broken, and it is not fragile. It is just overdrafted. Seriously, think of it like a bank account. For years, you've been making these constant little withdrawals without making any deposits. Well, today we're going to give you the tools to get that account back in the black.
Let's start by getting one thing perfectly straight. This is not a willpower problem. You don't need to just try harder to sit up straight. Nope, this is a physics problem. It's all about the load, the literal weight you're putting on your neck, and we're about to change the math on that.
So what even is text neck? It's not some scary official medical diagnosis. It's much simpler than that. It's a habit. It's this exact posture, this repeatable loading pattern done over and over and over again. Your neck muscles, they become that one employee who never gets to go home. They're working 24/7 until one day they just scream for a day off.
Okay, to really get this, let's look at the actual physics. When your head is perfectly balanced right over your shoulders, in a neutral position, your neck is supporting about 10 to 12 pounds. That's just the weight of your head. That's our baseline. Easy enough.
Now look at this. This is where things get absolutely wild. A tiny little tilt of your head forward, just 30 degrees, which, let's be honest, is probably how you're looking at your phone right now. It quadruples the load to 40 pounds. 40! Your neck is suddenly trying to carry a small child around, and it's doing it for hours every single day.
And this quote just perfectly captures the consequence of that. You might get away with carrying that suitcase for a little while, sure, but eventually, the bill comes due. And that invoice shows up as pain, stiffness, and headaches. Your body always keeps score.
So, how do you know for sure if that invoice your neck is sending you is specifically for text neck? Well, there are 3 key symptoms, or as our source calls them, behavior fingerprints that point directly to a phone posture problem.
Let's see. Does any of this sound familiar? Number 1, the pain shows up like clockwork after about 15, maybe 30 minutes of looking at your phone. Number 2, you feel that pressure right at the base of your skull, and it often brings a nasty tension headache along for the ride. And number 3, it's not just your neck. Your shoulders are creeping forward and your chest feels super tight. It's a full body signal.
This slide right here makes the difference crystal clear. A text neck pattern is directly tied to your phone use and your posture, and the pain actually gets better when you take a break from the screen. Other kinds of neck pain, they're usually triggered by a specific thing, like sleeping funny or a sudden movement, and they're way less connected to your screen habits.
Okay, everybody pause. Before we go one step further, this is the single most important slide I am going to show you. Please read these symptoms carefully. If any of this describes what you're feeling, stop listening to me and make an appointment with a doctor. The fixes we're about to talk about are only for posture-related pain. Seriously.
All right, with that crucial safety check out of the way, let's get to the fun part. This is a simple little experiment you can do right now wherever you are to see if changing the load on your neck gives you immediate relief.
Okay, I want you to actually do this with me, right now. First, just sit or stand up tall, look straight ahead, and just notice. How does your neck feel? Now, for 20 seconds, I want you to slump into your typical phone scrolling posture. Head down, shoulders rounded. Really feel it. Okay, on a scale of 0 to 10, what's your discomfort level? Got a number? Good. Now let's fix it. Bring your phone up to eye level and just gently tuck your chin back. Hold that for 20 seconds. Okay, now what's the number? What happened to the pain? So, what was it? Did you feel a change? Specifically, did that number on your personal pain scale drop by 2 or more points just by changing your posture?
If your number dropped by 2 or more points, well, that is not a coincidence. That is a direct, loud message from your nervous system. It's telling you that posture isn't just some vague thing your parents used to nag you about. It is the single biggest lever you can pull to control this pain.
Fantastic! Now that you've literally felt that posture is your lever, let's talk about the fix stack. These are simple, actionable things you can start doing today to stop overdrafting that account.
Here it is, the one-sentence solution. If you only remember one thing from this whole explainer, let it be this: raise your phone. That's it. That one simple change instantly takes that 40-pound weight off your neck. It's the biggest win you can possibly get with the least amount of effort, period. Now, to make that main fix even easier, you gotta change your environment. When your arms are just hanging in space, they pull your shoulders forward, so rest your elbows on armrests or a pillow. Practice a gentle chin tuck, not a forceful one. And for goodness sake, set a timer. A tiny 20-second break every 10 minutes makes a world of difference.
Now let's talk about building a stronger foundation for the long term. All that hunching makes your chest muscles super tight, so we need to open them up with a simple doorway stretch. It also makes your upper back muscles kind of lazy, so we'll wake them up by gently arching over a rolled up towel. And finally, we got to strengthen the small muscles in the front of your neck and between your shoulder blades. Those are the muscles that hold you up without you even thinking about it.
Okay, you've got the individual fixes, but real change, that comes from having a consistent plan. The key is not to try to do everything all at once. Instead, you're going to roll this out like a system upgrade for your body over just 2 weeks. Here is exactly how you make it stick. For the first 3 days, forget about exercises. Your only job is to reduce the load. That's it. Raise your phone, support your arms. Done. Then, from day 4 to 7, you layer in the mobility work, that chest stretch, and the back extension. And finally, in week 2, you start adding the simple strengthening exercises to really lock in all your progress for good.
And that brings us right back to the central idea. The relief, the real fix, it all starts the moment you stop thinking of your neck as being fragile or mysterious, and you start seeing it for what it is, an incredibly resilient part of your body that has simply been working way too hard for way too long.
And this is the final, most important mindset shift. Stop treating good posture like a chore or some kind of moral goal you have to achieve. It's not. It is simply the output of a good system. When you create an environment that supports you and you build strength in the right places, good posture isn't something you have to force. It just happens.
So there you have it. You've done the test, you've felt the solution for yourself, and you have a step-by-step plan. The power is literally in your hands. So my only question for you is this: what is the one single change you're going to make right now in the next 15 minutes to stop paying that posture tax?